There's messiness in the world, my friend. A lot of mess. Things to sort out. Things that you're worried about. Ambitions, great things, exciting adventures that are coming your way. I have to confess that I've, on many, many occasions, like so many, you wouldn't believe, I've spread myself so thinly that I've actually been through a huge amount of burnout, to be honest, and I'm not actually in a period of burnout at the moment. I'm in a very uncertain position, and what you'll find when you're really trying and making the efforts to truly sort yourself out, you are going to encounter a lot of scary stuff, and maybe I don't believe in regrets. I'm actually grateful for everything that happens in my life, difficult or not. There's stuff to deal with that is frightening and discombobulating, disconcerting, that makes you feel like you don't really know where you are. But when you're sorting yourself out and there are things that you really want to do, and that we can leave that for a discussion for another time about establishing what it is that you really want. Really starting to understand, and I've heard this from a lot of different people, really starting to understand the idea of one more step. Nothing, and it can be a big or a small step. There are some times that you'll just get filled with the Spirit of the Lord, and you'll be firing on all cylinders, and you'll get stacks and stacks done in one particular day, and then the next day you might only be able to manage 1 or 2 or 3 steps, or whatever. But it's this idea of momentum, of continuous moving forward. That you're purposeful. I actually went into, there's a lovely tourist town. Is it? Yeah, it's a town, not a city. Tourist town quite close to here called Matlock. And it's divided up into different sections, and it's in the Derwent Valley. And around here, I live in the Peak District National Park of the UK, which is the earliest one, founded in 1951. And very, very hilly. Loads of big hills and beautiful valleys and forests and streams and mountains. It's wonderful. And I've been meaning to go for a while since I returned back up here. And I got on the bus and went over, beautiful journey. And I just wandered around and sat in a couple of the parks. And as I was waiting for the bus, because this particular bus only runs basically every 2 hours, really, truly in the country, I started chatting. There's a beautiful sort of central point to the town, and there's a 4-way roundabout, quite a lot of traffic and activity and stuff going on. Really, really great busker singing sort of Bob Dylan songs, and that, the Eagles and things like that, really good. And I ended up chatting with this really nice chap called Stuart, and people relate things to me. I'm very interested in people. I mean, some people might say nosy and voyeuristic, but I was chatting with this guy, and he was explaining the circumstances of his wife's death. And she died, I believe he said, 8 years ago. And he was he's in his 80s. And he looked really, really fresh and vibrant looking. And he was telling me about his children, his 2 daughters and his son, and the stuff that they were doing. And he had a real great joie de vivre, real fantastic energy. And I think that this and he basically said that there are lots of people that he knows that are the same age as him and younger, who have aged. They are old. Because you can have age as a number, you can have age as a state, and a lot of people, and I believe that a lot of people believe that there's an inevitability about age, that as you get older, that automatically means that you're going to become less able, and we lose faculties as we get older, I suppose. But this guy, 82, active, enjoys himself, was very grounded and relaxed, really lovely to talk to, and he was wandering around and a bit happy in life. He seemed very, very contented and a very light figure, and this idea of one more step, keep moving, doing things that you love, and doing challenging things, pushing yourself out there. I just think it's a really important thing to do, and we all have the capacity to do it, but it requires that you actually make the decision, and you train yourself. And this is, I think, probably what takes the most time, is facing, traumatic, turbulent, frightening things in the face and deciding, this isn't going to be the breaking of me, this is going to be the making of me. And just the simple idea of getting things sorted out, just no matter how uncomfortable it may seem that something that you're facing really is, get it sorted. Don't delay it, don't hide from it, embrace it and use it. Take advantage of every single experience that you have to make you, what I'm going to say, it's my two favourite words at the moment, stronger and more resilient. The choice is yours. You absolutely can do it. And when you do that, people will absolutely bend over backwards to help you. So thank you very much for listening. Please do like and subscribe and share to spread this very important message. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. One more step, my friends. One more step.